What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about a General Grievous Star Wars game. That's right, a very, very different kind of video. I want to use this opportunity to talk about my love of not just Star Wars games, but also General Grievous, so Star Wars, I guess, in general, and talk about why I believe this game would actually be insanely, insanely cool. And, okay, obviously, I know this will probably never happen, but the idea of Lucasfilm Games, the idea of EA losing the exclusivity, and that, hopefully, not necessarily a wild, wild west, but some sort of, scenario where anybody can make a Star Wars game as long as, they prove it, I really do think opens the doors to a lot of different games being possible, a lot of different characters, a lot of different stuff. Again, does that necessarily mean General Grievous? No, but I think it would be a cool idea. So before I get too far into this, make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all of these videos go up. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, PodcastNow15 is my Twitter handle. I'll leave a link for it in the description below, or of course, you can just look me up on Twitter. All right, so I guess really quickly, we got to get out of the way just how amazing of a character General Grievous is, okay? Now, I am part, not technically, I hope people don't take it too seriously. I am part of the General Grievous fan club. Ever since I saw Revenge of the Sith, he has been, hands down, my favorite character. Okay, in all reality, like, characters like Darth Vader and other characters, like, they are probably better characters overall, okay? But General Grievous has just been, I think it's just something that touched my 9 to 10-year-old, however old I was at the time, my 9 to 10-year-old heart, okay? And he's been a character that I've loved literally ever since. I mean, his impact on Star Wars, him being in the Clone Wars, and then really anytime he appears, I would say just in general, is always an amazing, amazing thing. Now, again, knowing that the game will probably never happen, I do want to throw it a couple bones, and one of the ones I can throw is Battlefront 2. So Star Wars Battlefront 1 had next to zero heroes or villains, right? It had literally nothing. Battlefront 2 expanded it, still didn't have everybody, then they started adding, okay? And in my opinion, General Grievous is one of the greatest characters to play in Battlefront 2. I love him to death. He's my favorite character in the game. He's my favorite character to play. I'm also, unironically, really, really good as him in that game. I'm not the greatest Battlefront 2 player of all time, and I'm not the greatest hero or villain player, but I mean, I settle in on a couple of them, and I rock hard, okay? Like, Darth Maul is one of my favorites, but General Grievous is absolutely insane in this game. And if you guys watch other, even like Star Wars Battlefront YouTubers, a lot of them did rankings for Battlefront 2, and a lot of them had General Grievous up towards the tippity top, okay? Exactly where he should be, all right? And also, again, like from just a consumer point of view, people playing Battlefront 2, I think they were very, very much anticipating it. And even the people that were making the game, they had talked about how important General Grievous coming to the game is, and also just how difficult it is to do a character like him, multiple lightsabers, bigger, right? Just very, very different in general. I think a game starring him would be outrageous. And again, it is outrageous in terms of like it would be like a far out there idea, but like imagine the stuff you could do. Like, he has a history and a past before he was, robotic, okay? You could go back, that's like some extended lore stuff, that not everybody knows. In fact, most people probably don't, which is fine. Go tell the story. Go tell the story. You could even have an entire game of him in the Clone Wars, okay? Just hunting down Jedi. I mean, what they do with him in Revenge of the Sith and Clone Wars, it is kind of remarkable how some of these characters do become fan favorites and are so loved when they're not always given the greatest treatment. General Grievous, for the most part, is never shown to be all that menacing. He loses like a ton. He wins like one out of every 5 things he tries to do, but most times he's losing, most times he's running away, but he's still menacing, he's still terrifying, he's still cool, like, he's still very talented in terms of like his lightsaber, skills. And again, like he wasn't always like that. So, the idea of a game, you could really, because, so, like, in the movie and in the show, he wasn't really shown to be all that, super powerful, but, like, the history of him and, like, learning about him, he was menacing. He was a menacing creature, really, that tore apart or tore the Jedi. Very few Jedi were able to beat him. Now, he always escaped, okay? But very few were able to beat him. I think it would be insane to play as a game, again, either with him when he was like the warlord kind of, leader, okay, of his like little militia group, or just playing as General Grievous, hunting down Jedi, battling with the droids against the clones. I think it would be insanely, insanely cool. Again, there's not the most you have to lead up to it because you know what happens in 3. You know what happens in the Clone Wars, which he's absent for a long time in different stretches of the Clone Wars. There's also, by the way, when he takes Palpatine from Coruscant, and you've seen, that whole like Samurai Jack kind of emulated thing. They did that a little bit, but I don't even know if that's still officially canon. So like there are some things, there's even some big things with him that they just flat out like left out, you know what I mean? So you could show that, or you could just do some battles of him just out there in the world fighting Jedi, killing Jedi for the most part, you know what I mean? And again, like he fights Ahsoka, he fights Obi-Wan, all this stuff. You could even do that and have him purposely escape. So I think the idea, and again, like the idea of this video too, maybe isn't necessarily even for General Grievous, but it's that you have so much potential for like when they announced Lucasfilm Games, when they announced Ubisoft was making it, I'm not sold on Ubisoft being able to pull it off. Okay, I'm truly not. But the idea that anybody seemingly, we'll see, in the next 2, 3, 4 years, can make a Star Wars game is so exciting to me, because you may not get a Grievous game. Maybe we get an Ahsoka game. Maybe we get, something. Maybe we get a Captain Rex game. And it doesn't have to even be that. You can continue to go into different time periods of Star Wars, pick people that we don't even know, right, that we've never even heard of. Like, you can do that stuff too, obviously. But see, that's the point. The potential is literally endless. And right now, and it's not even fully EA's fault. They can't literally pump out like 5 Star Wars games a year. But if you had it being open to more people, you could get a random, you play as this character game, and then you have another game and it's a open world game, and you have another game that's just multiplayer, and all of the potential there, it's incredible. So personally, I will always root for General Grievous. If there is a Battlefront 3, he needs to be included in the the day one roster. I don't want him being added again. And again, I think there are probably many more characters. I actually did this on Twitter. That's why I told you guys, follow me on Twitter if you guys want. I did a Twitter question. I said, like, who's your favorite Star Wars character? I was hoping, and there was I got a lot of responses, actually. I was hoping somebody, and I actually said, who's your favorite character? And then I did another Twitter post, which was, if you could have a Star Wars game, what game would it be? And I was hoping in one of those, we would get one person that said General Grievous. None. A lot of Ahsokas, a lot of Mando, a lot of stuff like that, which is fine. Again, I think actually like an Ahsoka game, I can make a video on that if you guys want to see that. I think that would be absolutely incredible. But I love General Grievous. I'll always love him to death. He's always going to be probably my favorite Star Wars character. The enthusiasm for him in Battlefront 2 when he came was outrageous. It's not like there's no interest in his character. There's there is a lot of interest. Again, is there enough to make a game specifically on him? Well, you could, if you're having games come out consistently and they're just coming out from like left and you just get punched in the face by a Star Wars game, you turn around, you just get kicked in the gut, like you're just getting literally physically attacked by Star Wars games. You could sneak in a General Grievous sneak attack and stab you in the back. You could do that, and then all of a sudden the game's out. Okay, so let me know, guys, in the comments below, what do you think? Do you think a game with General Grievous is possible? Do you think a game maybe with some other characters possible? If you guys want me to make a video on that, I absolutely can. Let me know in the comments. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys have the bell icon turned on so you know all these videos go up. And again, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, podcastnow15 is my Twitter handle. Would love to have you guys over there. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you all on the next video.